Hello, baby gangsters. This is Calvin, also known as Omar, and this is Genshin Impact. And I noticed that there's an event that we saw last week that only has like 16 hours left to do this, and that's Dance Dance Dynamic Disco. And of course I want to do this event. Like, the idea of like a possible rhythm game makes me very, very excited. But also the idea of coming back to anywhere in Natlan makes me very happy too. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to do this, and of course, it's one of those situations where I was probably thinking of doing something different today, but like as soon as I saw the 16-hour thing, I was like, okay, let's go. Let's get this done. And I'm very excited to do it. We have our team today with 6 Feet Thunder, which is like Hu Tao, Xingqiu, Zhongli, and Fischl's there too. We don't usually like use Fischl that often for this team, but it's always good to have a fourth in any team, I guess, as well. Let's check out what's this about. Are the people of Springs holding some kind of event? Seems like there's more visitors around here. Paimon sees someone from Sumeru over there too, and they're putting on some kind of dance performance. That's awesome. Aye, aye, aye. I see that our dazzling hero and our adorable advisor Paimon are here too. To the warrior I respect most, champion of both martial and dance arts, and connoisseur of life, I extend you my most sincere greetings. Greetings. You look kind of familiar, miss. Also, how is it you know that dancing makes Wander really happy? That's because I saw him having such a good time at the Stadium of Sacred Flame. After we took a picture together, I went off to an inconspicuous corner to watch Wander dance while munching on my Source crackers. Dancing is all about relaxing. I love, by the way, that I love that he's known for dancing in Natlan as well as fighting. That's awesome. I remember you now. I'm most honored that you do. Jokes aside, as you can see, we have friends from Sumeru here with us. Muta, Anima, Pakal, Mualani came together. Mualani's here, okay, as well. That's right. And it was decided that the the Flower Feather clan would host them together with the Children of Echoes and People of the Springs. Looks like there are quite a few Eremite mercenaries here too. Let me guess, you folks became friends with them after some sort of fighter skirmish. Oh my god. And that would make sense for the people of Natlan to like have a fight with someone and be like, friends? Hey? Sort of, but we didn't fight each other, if that's what you're thinking. Honestly, though, I wouldn't be surprised, because that's what, like, Natlan culture is, right? There's a lot of, like, let's test our strength against each other, you know? Which I actually think is kind of fun. So we're having a barbecue party at the southern edge of the desert of, oh, okay. With a bunch of the vicious red vultures showed up and attacked us, right when we were too stuffed to even move. And there they were using all the really sneaky tactics. We tried to fight them the best we could, but eventually wore us down, and with their use of the train there, in the end we were so exhausted we had no choice but to retreat. To our surprise, we ran into a group of mercenaries while pulling back, and they started up this mysterious war dance right in front of the vultures. That must have sent some kind of message to the vultures, because they actually backed off after that. Okay, so they saved you. Okay. Did you just say they shoot off the red vultures with a war dance? I can't imagine how terrifying odd those dance moves have been. Are you sure the vultures weren't already acquainted with the mercenaries or something? Like, you think they were in on it or something? I don't want to say that, but... Or maybe they... Not acquainted doesn't mean you were in on it or something. It just means that you probably met them before. Totally incredible, isn't it? We were really curious about the secret of that dance too. After tidying up the camp, we ate and drank to our heart's content, and it was only after we were done that we started swapping pointers on dance techniques. That's pretty sweet. Oh my god, look at the Nilou Mualani side. I didn't even notice that. That's so awesome. That's so good. We ate and drank to our heart's content. It was only after that we were done with swapping our pointers and dance techniques. After that, whenever we were interrupted by those monsters or wild beasts, we simply grabbed our weapons and let them have it. In less than 2 weeks, we became ironclad buddies and dance buddies for life. That's a really nice story, right? And when I say I love the Natlan culture, I love the idea in Natlan that, like, you know, when they fight, they kind of, like, make friends afterwards and they become closer afterwards and, you know, you test someone's strength. While I'm not a big fan, like, I don't fight people, you know what I mean? That's not something I do. But, like, there is something to be said for the idea of, like, you know, oh, Jerry and Tom beat the hell out of each other and now they're friends again. You know what I mean? It's like I don't condone people hurting each other because it can end up pretty badly. But like if it's a part of like this cultural thing, and like in the end they do end up like appreciating you more afterwards, who am I to say anything against them? You know what I mean? It's their thing. It's their thing. Rather than just like having enemies for life, you know, you just have like a little bit of a skirmish and there you go. You know, as long as people are respectful about it, of course. It's not like, you know, because like chances are, like, someone could come to Natlan and, you know, be like, I don't want to fight, but and then Natlan people, like, still fight them, you know, you might not have the best, you know, interaction. And before we said our goodbyes, we agreed to formally visit each other's camps in the future to keep the dance exchange going. This is the beginning of that. That's pretty sweet. That is sweet. Wait, Wander, Paimon doesn't think we've ever taken part in sort of dance exchange between peoples of Sumeru and Natlan before, have we? No, it sounds pretty novel to me. I'd love to see it for myself. Since we have such a special opportunity, how about you give us a masterclass while you're with us? Oh my god. I love that, like, Aether's known for dancing now. Mualani here too. Yes. By the way, definitely the most joyful dance rep among us. I love talking to Mualani. Besides, our friends from the Emeralds have all gone all out and hired one of their famous local dancers to lead the Advisors Sumeru group. Is it actually Nilou? I'm sure you two know that dancer too. They hired Nilou. I don't think she knows what you're talking about. We should give her a big surprise later. That's so awesome if it's Nilou. That's so freaking awesome. Of course it's Nilou, right? Mualani the side is over there on the side. Nilou's over there on the side. It makes sense. Count me in. This stage just keeps getting better. As Mualani would say, the vibe is now absolutely vibing. That does sound like something Mualani would say. Come on, let's go for a little Tarana? Yeah, 100% this is like... Yeah, Nilou's here as well, which is freaking awesome. I love these little posters here. And of course, like, to me, like, Nilou taking a job like this is not like, it's not like a commission. It seems more like, an acting job, right? It's like what you would take if you were a performer, You get hired to do a little performance sometimes. Man, I love being back here. I love Natlan so much. I will praise Natlan to the end of my days. Like, these locations are absolutely superb. Let us talk to you.
Oh my, if it isn't the famous wonder. And here I thought we were already exceptionally fortunate to have Miss Nilou with us. And now we have the ultimate pro here too.
I cannot believe we're known for dancing more than maybe even more than fighting at this stage. I'll take it. I'm gonna dance the Wild Hunt away. Oh, you keep going, keep complimenting Wonder. It's music to my ears. That's lovely. Wasn't Paimon the one who was supposed to say that? That's right. When the advisor Paimon says the same words, they sound so light and nimble, like a soft and bouncy, like a sound of ukulele. I agree. She does sound so soft and nimble and light. And when I say those words come out like the rest of a drummer, half a barrel deep in drink, punchy and steeped in rhythm. I love that, like, in a way, like, she's not insulting herself here, but like, maybe she is, but I think it's, like, to me, it sounds more like it's just talking about how, like, everyone has, like, a different inflection and tone, which that's one of my favorite things about people either talking or singing or anything like that, is the, it's how different they, how the same phrase or the same song can sound different depending on who's saying it or performing it, you know what I mean? And that's actually one of my favorite things, honestly. Of course, I learned from Master Ian-san that double-kicking bass drum is always better. Ideally, it should roll non-stop like the automatic gun. We know that Ian-san is a drummer. So it doesn't really matter if we share the same lines because we complement each other with our voices anyway, like a chorus. Besides, we can help you nail the rhythm. I love that. What in the world you got of it? I think it's saying that, like, again, contrasting voices, complement each other, harmonies, I think it's kind of a message about, like, people being very different but being able to, like, coexist. I think this will go straight to the heart of the matter. Rhythm. Just because our dance is free and expressive doesn't mean we can do whatever we want. At the very least, we still have to make sure our key movements land on the right beat. True. We already have the choreography in place, but our newcomers and the new Saurians who have come in to try it, the Saurians are going to try it, are struggling to find the rhythm. Since you're here, Wanda, would you mind helping us out as a rhythm coach? I bet our newcomers and new Saurians will be able to focus and learn quickly with you around. Sure, my rhythm's rock solid. And Paimon will cheer you on for the sidelines. That always helps. And she'll also send everyone you're leading her moral support. That definitely always helps. It helps me anyway. So we're actually doing a mini game? I was thinking, like, I was hoping it was like a rhythm game. Okay, awesome. Look at this. It's like that PS1 game. No? Pay attention to me? Okay. Boom, boom. All moves begin after 2 drum beats. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. When the light shines on me, memorize my movements. Okay. In Dance Dance Dynamic Disco, the lead dancer will demonstrate the moves. Traveler must memorize these moves and instruct dancers to replicate them later on at a later point in the music. Okay, this is going to be maybe harder than I thought. Make sure to pay attention to the spotlight and drum beats. After hearing the 2 drum beats while in the spotlight, you must perform the same moves as the lead dancer showed you in the previous round. Okay. As the music flows, the atmosphere builds, the fever time quickly approaches. During fever time, rhythmically hit the beat to gain extra points. When the dance draws to a close, hit the beat combos to gain even more additional points. I'll try my best. Did I not? I went up. Oh, it's triangle. Sorry, guys. No, too late. Yeah, my bad. I was pressing up, but it was a tutorial. Yeah. Look at the little Saurian. The music's like very charming as well. Look at the little roar. I love he's doing it his own way. Oh, I got that wrong. My bad. I failed that one? I mean, rhythm games are still very fun. Move to the rhythm of your heart. I'll try my best. But this is more of a memorizing. This is more Simon Says than rhythm game. Well, what I mean by that is a rhythm game that I usually play would be like, whenever I do get a chance, I know I play a lot of rhythm games, but the ones I do would be like the beat coming down. Oh, Mualani's right beside us, Andy! What a way to like come out of a cutscene. But yeah, the rhythm games I play are the ones that when the button prompts come down and you press them at the right time. This is more of a Simon Says game, I think, than it's technically still a rhythm because you have to do boom, 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 but I feel like it's different than rhythm games I'm used to. But we'll still play it. Oh my god. Nilou, come try this. Oh my god, Nilou and Mualani being friends is so fun. I shaped the samosas the way you like it and placed them into the broth I made with green wave sunfish, spray feather grill, and pepper. After letting them simmer for half an hour, I then dried the samosas on low heat. It tastes totally different now, doesn't it? Oh my god, look. Chef. Amazing. It's like I'm tasting waves coming in. There's an additional pep to the clean taste of the dish. It's so cool to see Nilou again. The crunchiness of samosa makes the savory meat filling with burst with every bite, weaving a rhythm filled with joy. Do you think the reason why my Nilou was gone? Because remember, you got in the previous event we did, you could see all the characters on the map in different places. Do you think the reason why Nilou was gone for me at the time was because she was in this quest? Do you think that could be the case? That the reason why she wasn't showing up on the map is because I maybe took too long to do the last event and ended up interfering with this one? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. Just one bite and many lively, cheerful melodies from the lyre are coming to mind already. Her hair is always so really, really nice, isn't it? Speaking of nice hair. As soon as Nusta showed me the recipe, I knew the snack like this would work perfectly with the seafood we have here in Nalan. And it's so like crazy because like, you know, Nilou is a fantastic leader and a great performer. Mualani also a great leader as well in her own right, but also like a very forward person as well. So I would say they both like have performances, but like they're very like, but in different ways. Like I'm not saying Mualani fakes or outgoes, but I'm saying like she's like always like, you know, able to like speak publicly in front of people. She's always able to like talk to people in like, you know, very grand way. While, you know, Nilou is, that's literally her job, is to make sure like she has like she's performing in front of people, and she's like has to like, you know, do that in front of many people as well. So I think there is like, while it's like different, I do think a tour guide and a stage performer are two different things. I still think that they both have to like have like similar like, you know, traits in my opinion. And it's quite a substantive snack, which makes it a great pick for me after a dance practice. Hell yeah, gotta keep the energy up. Let's get cracking on a few more snacks for our dancers. Paimon can't stand listed anymore. She wants some of that so bad. Is that Wonder Paimon? I see you two are finally here. It's good to see you, Nilou. It's really good to see you. And Mualani as well. But I feel like we saw Mualani more recently than Nilou. Our distinguished guest Wonder and Paimon have arrived. Look like we got here a little late. Nilou and I have been getting to know each other all day. That's fantastic. If you came this morning, you could have joined me in taking her on the tour of the People of the Springs. That would have been so nice. I know the game's probably like, hey, look, we're trying to save you a pacing, but like, don't do that game. Okay? Genshin. Hoyo, I'm telling you a story. It's like, we saved you a pacing. You don't have to go on the tour. No. No. Add another hour to this game so we can go to tour with Nilou, okay? Okay? You listen to me, Hoyo? Fans who like don't like doing all this stuff are like, no, please. No, I've spoken. I've spoken. I am, my uncle is Hoyo, Mr. Hoyo. I can't believe I trusted my trusted partner, the hero of Natla, and someone just as important as the host has failed to properly welcome our distinguished guests who just come such a long way. I love that they're so close now as well that she could like, you know, bust them a little bit with this. You ought to be punished for that. Punished? How? Your punishment is stick with Nilou and I for the rest of the day and eat our attempts at Natlan's fusion food until you drop. Oh my god, the horror of hanging out with Nilou and Mualani all day. What will I do? Oh no. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do something wrong again so we can do it again tomorrow. You know, I'll get punished again tomorrow. And when night comes, if Nilou's too excited to fall asleep, you'll have to tell her sweet bedtime stories until she drifts off to dreamland. Do I? Dude, that doesn't sound like a Mualani-style punishment, that's for sure, yeah. It does. Very kind, very sweet. I'm sure we could take a double or triple that. Isn't that right, Wonder? Exactly. Yes, ma'am. Your wish is my command. I love this. I like your commitment to the bit, Wonder. You must be in good mood, huh? In that case, I don't think I'll be able to sleep at all. Yeah? Wait, I mean, you're Wander's superior amongst the tribal warriors, Mualani? Interesting perspective. Of course not. We're just kidding. I'm just mimicking the serious way out of a Sikh. That's really fun as well. So Nilou thought, again, I always talk about the idea like when you come to your friend's work or something and like you realize like their positioning and stuff against them where they are, but like Nilou comes to like a different place and she's like, wait, this person's like Wander's like boss? I mean, if we're going by experience and the battlefield achievements, I should be Wander's subordinate instead. Nah, I disagree. I think, you know, a lot of characters sometimes in Genshin like praise the traveler to high heaven and he deserves it. But like we got so far because of like all the characters that are with us as well. Without like, Mualani and like let's be honest, without Nilou as well as a character as well, we're not getting this far. Or to use a recently trending light novel topic, I'd be Wander's Captain of the Guard. Okay. Captain of the Guard, that's quite an impressive title. So much so that advisor kind of pales in comparison. Well, in Quantum of Souls of Deep, a brief overview of the light novel tropes apart from the role of advisor, you'd also be considered a lucky star, Paimon. In other words, you bring Wander luck, Mora, and even when you do nothing at all. Well, she does everything and she already brings me luck as well. Paimon's a fan of this role for sure. Zero fights, a lot of lots of influence, hell yeah. And if we're to stick to that pattern, then you'd be our friendly magic teacher next door, Nilou. I mean, we're about the same age, but you're incredibly knowledgeable, and you have this gentle, subtle way of making profound ideas easy for everyone to understand. A lot of praise happening here, we love it. Shouldn't I be some kind of helper who bestows blessings instead? Besides, I don't really know anything profound. Oh my god, don't doubt yourself whatsoever. You have so much experience in life. You've gone through so much as well. That's what you call being a natural talent. All you do is perform a simple little dance in front of the Saurians, and several of them have already learned how to keep the beat. That's awesome. Other warriors also caught on to the basic steps pretty quickly after your explanation. Mualani, like, would be the best person to have around if you're, like, down in the dumps. I feel like, you know, like, if I, like, days where I, like, you know, and I'm not, you know, it happens to everyone. Days where you're, like, feeling a little bit less than or whatever, you know. I feel like having Mualani, which you would, like, let you take on the world. She'd also be very dangerous because, like, if, you know, she'd probably give, like, you know, unknowing motivation to, like, a bad person sometime, you know what I mean? He's like, I'm just feeling bad about my plan failed. What plan? I don't want to talk about it. Look, you can do it. You're amazing. Blah, blah, blah. They take over the world. You know? I'm sure everyone will truly discover the joy of dancing once they nail the rhythm part under Wander's guidance. Hell yeah. I'm not saying Mualani's dumb, by the way. I'm saying that, like, she is a person who, like, doesn't... Like, because we've seen in the past, like, if someone's bad, she will call them out. But I'm saying that she also doesn't discriminate against, like, the idea of who she's going to give praise to as long as you're a good person. So it's just a joke that she would give a praise to a bad guy. She's actually been very, very consistent in being on the side of good and making sure that good people are always supported. It's just a joke. It's just a joke. But I don't want to make Mualani seem dumb. That made it sound dumb. You know what I mean? I never want to do that. That'd be silly. Wander Paimon will soon see how quickly our dancers have made progress thanks to your working your magic. I appreciate the kind words, but you're giving me too much credit. No, it is an absolutely amazing part of the story and such a great way to, make the world feel alive. I always say that having characters return and having them, like, use their talents or their set of skills to add to the story makes perfect sense, and it always makes the world feel so alive. And when I say alive, it's just, like, literally, like, they don't forget about the characters' talents. They don't forget about what they could do here. And it just makes perfect sense that Nilou would be, like, an amazing dance teacher from Sumeru to help people learn how to dance. It makes sense. Well, I'm a believer in Nilou's magic. Great, so don't worry, Wander and Paimon, just let your hair down, and at our first ever dance exchange, feel free to show everyone your passion. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So, what do we do here then with this event? Oh, so it's like... Oh, okay, so we just have to do a bunch of different disco... Oh, we get, like, some good gems for this, too. Okay, very cool. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, I think that when I love the way that, like, say, like, when an event happens, like the Sumeru event we just had, like having the characters showing their daily life, showing the progress they've made, doing things that just make perfect sense. Like the idea of like Sino finding kind of like doing his job and watching over these people that they found in the desert. Tanari being the one to heal them, and Farazan doing a very cool engineering test, and Dia being the one doing the combat test. Like it showcases that they know their characters well, and the characters will return and are still part of this world. A character's story doesn't end at their story quest ever in Genshin, and I freaking love that. I freaking love it so much. Now, I know that some characters we haven't seen in a bit, 100%, but I'm still confident that we will see them again as well, 110%. Because there's characters I want to see more of too, like, I didn't expect to run into you again so soon after our last meeting, certainly not in a different nation. You have no idea how at ease and happy that makes me feel. So technically we did meet her in Sumeru just recently, but I didn't get to see her within game. I'm glad to see you too. It was definitely the right decision to come on this trip. It happened just after Lesnor Kusanali had left Sumeru Theater. That was when Miss Tarna came with us with a cart full of gifts and explained the details of this dance exchange event. I was a bit worried after coming to Nalan since I heard the locals are passionate about their battle techniques. I wasn't sure if I run into really scary, aggressive people here. That's the thing. They are very passionate about their battle. They can be very, I think, very passionately aggressive. But they also, I think the people of Nalan accept people as family quicker than I've seen anyone, as long as you're, a good person. But I was pleasantly surprised that I discovered here that it turns out the people here in Nalan aren't obsessed with battle or fanatics or anything like that. Yeah, they're just people who train with vigor and always push themselves to become better. That's such a good way to put it. Ian sounds a perfect example. Varesa, In particular, I found Miss Nutsa's group to be full of energy and joy. Thanks to them, I've made several adorable Saurian friends. That's lovely. Every tribe Saurians has their own charms. They all have their beautiful colors and such soft, gentle voices. When I spend time with them, the whole day just slips by before I know it. Which type of Saurian do you like best, Nilou? They're also adorable. I don't really have a favorite to speak of at this time. The Yumakasaurs and the Ikotomosasaurs were so drawn to the Sumer rose scent from the face powder I use. Really, that's such an interesting detail. I used that. I used that. They kept. I used that. They kept circling me the first time we met. That's a really neat detail that they scented they smelled the scent of like a very natural, face powder or something that she's they make in Sumeru. Yeah. Surprisingly, the Tankosaurus and Kukosaurus took a liking to the candied Algelacna nuts we bought. They'd eat their fill. They'd fall asleep by our bonfire. Sometimes I could even hear the snoring faintly. That's so cool as well, eating some food as well. The Kukosaurs are also well behaved and listen to Mualani. Some of them even make sure to wash their little feet before they help Mr. on the others with the laundry. I'm gonna die. Oh, there's also Templosaurus that seem really interested in dancers. I hear that she's a regular performer with the Children Echoes. Hopefully that Saurian will be able to fully master the fundamentals of a dance with your coaching. I've got confidence. I'll give it my best shot. Go for it, but please make sure to conserve your energy. It's best to just relax and have fun instead of exhausting yourself. 110%. 110%. No, legitimately, that's so sweet. That's such a sweet idea. It really is. The idea of hearing all these stories about the Saurians and stuff like this too, and how she's connecting with the Saurians. How does it feel to lead everyone in Dance Wonder? Were you surprised to see your Sumeru friends here among the people of the Springs? Surprise, Nilou. Oh, I didn't know you were such an amazing dancer. You should have introduced us sooner. Or you knew such an amazing dancer. She's a fantastic dancer. She is. It's actually amazing. Watching you dance has opened my eyes to a whole new world. Same. When we did that quest, it was incredible. Dance as I do was mostly a way to let all my energy out. Okay. It gave me a powerful energy boost, lift my mood, and also prepare me for my body for other physical forms of activity, even combat. It was only after watching Nilou dance that I realized how even slow movements and gentle music can touch the heart so deeply. I'm not sure how to put into words. It was like she was wrapped in that glow you see along the edge of the Spirit Way. All I could say was it was beautiful, and I want to see you do that again. Yeah, if we remembered the quest when we watched Nilou dance. It was an experience. Honestly, if Nilou danced all day, I'd sit down and watch her the whole time. Same. But I kid, I wouldn't want to tire her out like that. Of course, Mualani's thinking about that even in a hypothetical, funny scenario. You should meet my other friends too? Why are you trying to entice me to follow you around all the time? I'd love that. But as tempting as it sounds, I know better than to trouble you like that. What? Mualani, since when? Since when have you ever troubled me? Are you kidding me? So whenever you're ready to just call me or swing by the people of Springs with your friends, I'd love to meet them. No, how about you, never ever think you're bothering me ever? The last person who could ever bother me is Mualani. Are you kidding me? Looking good there, Wonder. Now we have several dance groups here, all kind of stages set up so you can dance to your drop if you like. Let's get started. Ooh, all right, dancers on your marks. Music stand by. Take the stage, coach. So we're going to be doing, Okay, so it's not, I didn't know it was an online game, but like if we're gonna do an online game, we might as well. You know, I'm here already. I wanted to try this out, so I don't usually play online games, but I always like to give that stuff a try sometimes. You know, why not? And you know what I mean? It's especially when it's like a kind of a rhythm dance game. We'll see how well it goes or how well it doesn't go. I guess the way to put it. Are they gonna pick like a random song, or is everyone gonna do the same song? The more joyful scenes, the more spontaneous moves, two hearts beating closer, dazzling dolly. Okay. Oh, I'm very, very nervous. Oh. So to follow her. Okay, let's go. Oh, I got it wrong already. There we go. I pressed the wrong button already. I failed that completely. How am I getting that wrong? It's the rhythm of it. I was not prepared. I was not prepared for this. It's still very fun. I failed that? Oh, one minute, of course I did. Like, what is wrong with me? What is wrong with me? I can't. I guess I probably just nerves. It's probably just nerves. I got last place. I got last place. Yeah, I just wasn't ready. Yeah, I definitely like could have done way better. I literally like was not locked in. I got so nervous. We'll try it again at some point. Can I try that one more time? So you have to get 6,000 points. Let's lock in this time. I was so nervous. I was like pressing all the wrong buttons. It's okay though. It's okay. It's fun though. You know what I mean? It's fun. So if you want to continue with the story, we have to get to a certain amount of points. That's what we're learning here. Where are we going? Is it randomized? Oh, there's like cool different locations. Little Tapsaurs drum out the beat of the trumpets. As the children of Echo strike out the band, you can feel the wave of passion swell. Okay. Oh my god, look at me. Wow. Let's go, okay. That wasn't perfect though. Oh my god, did I lose out? I lost out in the first place by like by 1 point there with the rhythm at the end. Oh, that's a bit yeah. Look, it's okay. We got second place. That's fine. But like I missed out. I got everything perfect, but the end part I just didn't get. That's hilarious though. No, that's pretty fun. I wanted to kind of lock in because I know if I was going to talk, I was not going to be able to do it that well, you know. Let's do it again. Yeah, I actually think this is like really fun though. This is a really fun mini game. I think that I would have had that one if it wasn't for like the last part there, you know what I mean? Which is just the case, right? We have to get everything perfect because like these are not computerized players. These are people who are like locking in, you know? And if I don't lock in, I'm not going to get enough points. Oh, so now we're going to do it with the they say headphones improve your experience. I have no doubt about that, but I'll turn out the volume anyway. Kind of nice being in rhythm with everybody, you know? Fun stuff. Oh, messed it up. Yeah, we're getting second place again, I think, but maybe not even. The combo I messed up in the middle there was what definitely got me again, but it's okay. Like, I don't think I'm gonna ever get, like, you know, something higher than what we have, but, you know, what can you do? Still having a good time. See, it's the rank. If you rank 1, you're getting higher points, right? But again, it's this game. This mini game is so fun that I generally don't have like a, you know, even losing is fun. Even losing is a great time. You know what I mean? Even losing doesn't feel bad. Let's see, what are we going with here now? Okay, yeah, like, it does, like, say, my heart races during it, though. Sun-soaked shore, billowing waves, gentle breeze, different vibes, stages set for dancing to dance with the... Okay. Yeah. It's fun. Oh, it's only a good there. So I'm trying to do it in the time, but I feel like I'm getting the timing wrong sometimes when they do this like delayed. It's like it's intentionally like game mechanic to, like, you know. Oh god, there's still more. Why did I look away? I looked away for a second. Yeah, that was bad. Oh my god, we had a lead as well. We had a lead. It's that timing that I get confused on. We're back here. When the beat drops, the flower feather crown. Yeah, this is cool. Like, I think that what's so great about this as well is that like there's like a lot of like it's a nerve-wracking feeling, but it's also just very fun at the same time too. Definitely got that bad there. You know what puts me off sometimes is like the fire breathing for some reason. Like, it's an animation that puts me off sometimes. I'm like, it distracts me for 1 second. And it's not that we failed or anything, but like for a split second, it makes me like look in the opposite direction of like my character and other characters like breathing fire, you know? Only good there. It's so fun. I'm having such a good time. Is that first time hitting 4,000? Maybe? Yeah, this is a great minigame. It's really fun. It's really, really fun. We got less points for ranking first by a mile than we did in the other ones. I guess because we didn't get as much. I don't know. I don't know why we got less points. We ranked first. We got more points less points than when we didn't rank first. So what do we do now? Do we go talk to Nusta again? I guess. Well done, everyone. I must say this exchange has been absolute perfection so far. Quite a few of our friends from Sumeria have learned our styles of dance, and I can already see our dances spreading across Teyvat. Oh, we can make our visit to each other and make the dance exchange a regular tradition in the future. So will the Saurians of Natlan be able to do the blade dances of like the Emirites do? There's also that legendary war dance. Are you talking about the intimidating actions of the Uncle Scimitar and the others used to scare off the consecrated red vultures when the first time Nusta met them? Did he not tell you where the movements are from? Yeah, he did. What did he call that dance? The Duet of the Flame, Mane, and the Heron's Guard? I like that name. It conveys both grace and power. Oh, those two names sound familiar. Reminds you of two of my friends? Warner and Paimon. Yes, I suppose that won't come as a complete surprise to you. Wait, what's the name here? Duet of the Flame Mane and Heron's Guard. Is that Diha? Duet of the Flame Mane. I always like, it's always the terms in Genshin that I'm like, what is the flame? Because again, it's like I don't know. I feel like I always like, because to me it's Dia, right? That's what I get when I think of flame. I think of Dia, but then again, I always like doubt myself. But then I think then I'll get it right, and then like what happens is like then afterwards I'm like I should like believe in myself more. You know what I mean? But then it's like I'd never do that the next time. I'm sure you guys will let me know. The place where you counted the consecrated red vultures is close to the road frequented by the Blazing Beast Sumter Beast Cavern. Okay. Some ago, the cavern was carrying Oh, there it is. Dia and Candace back to our village. Encountered the very same flock of red vultures. The two of them were feeling like they hadn't gotten quite the fill of exercise on that outing and decided to go full out on the vultures. Since then, whenever a member of the Blazing Beast mimics their actions, those vultures simply take off. That's just as Paimon thought. Guess the vultures were unlucky that day. To have to run into both Dia and Candace. Yeah, that honestly, you'd be destroyed. Dia and Candace did good. I'll say, God, I can't believe I missed the chance to learn from those two aces. They are very, very strong. And they're honestly like two people that like learn. I actually think learning from them would be like a really great benefit for anybody. You must introduce me to two of them next time we go to Sumeru. I'd love to pick their brains on boxing techniques, especially how to catch the rhythm on those crazy, fast, powerful punches. That their energy and all... That get their energy all the way from the feet, through the legs, torso, before exploding out of the arms into the fists. I love that they're talking about exchanging techniques here. I'm sure that a lot of you will end up drinking the night away too, possibly, with the... I'll have to prepare something to sober you all up. Okay, very cool. So that's like the first section of this as well. Oh, they're back here. Very cool. Very, very cool. Good times always slip away so fast. Nah, I won't say that. Instead, let's make this gathering a regular thing. 110%. Don't just say, goodbye forever. Say goodbye for now. Yes, I can't wait for the day someone sneaks up behind me at Subaru Theater, covers my eyes and asks me to guess who they are. And Nilou's like, that's what you gotta do. I want that. Don't forget to call us when the time comes. We'll be there to see you perform together on stage. I'm holding you to that promise, Wonder. And you too, Paimon. Mualani also gave me some flower seeds from the area near the People of the Springs. I'll make sure they bloom beautifully and add even more charm to the stage. Okay, so they're kind of like saying goodbye now, I guess. Good times. Oh, that's it. I guess like it's Nilou's moving on. Yeah, okay, that's fine. So with the event as well, I think I got to the 6,000 points. So is that the whole event? That might be it. That might be the whole event. Unless it's like a thing where like you have to like wait a couple of days to do the rest of the event. It could be that as well. I'm not sure, but that seems like it could be the event, right? Possibly. It's not that that's a terrible thing for it to be shorter, because again, we just had a big Sumeru event that was obviously like I think 2 shorter events back to back before like the next update is not a terrible thing whatsoever. I think if they're pacing people, it makes sense. But yeah, I think that might be the dance exchange. Yeah. Okay. Not a crazy long event. Unless there is something that I might just see if I can like find out if there is something next day. If there is something that's happening the next day in this event, then I will come back and we'll do the. Well, actually, if it's a day long reset, I won't be able to do that. Then this video will just wouldn't been for nothing. If it's an actual day reset, but I don't think they do that with an event like this, because it seems like they would tell you to come back the next day, right? It seems like they would tell you to come back the next day. Yeah. Oh yeah, I got all that, by the way. We have a Hu Tao constellation now as well. Actually, now that we have a Hu Tao constellation, I could spend the last few minutes as well, like, just showcasing her as a character. But then again, I think we could do that in a separate video as well. It wouldn't be like a terrible idea, I think, as well, to do that in a separate video also at the same time too. Yeah, this was just like a very fun event. It wasn't anything too crazy, just really nice. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, okay, I'm just gonna assume that was the event there as well. Again, it's one of those things where like I love this experience too when I come into Genshin, because I come into all of Genshin like pretty much blind to like every single thing that is happening outside of Genshin. Now, the only thing that will happen is like when there's like an update, I have no problem seeing people tell me about like, obviously I don't want to know the banner stuff, I don't know who's in the quest, I don't want to know like what the contents of a quest is, but I always like appreciate for my own like recording schedule as well, for people to be like, hey, there's a story quest coming up, there's a new Archon quest coming up and stuff like that too. So like if you ever want to talk about that, like obviously just don't talk about the contents of like what's going to happen or what you've seen, that's perfect as well. You can be like, oh yeah, there's a Archon quest coming up in 2 minutes. Yeah, I'm guessing the next quest is coming out in 7 days. So it's next week. So whatever we do this week is going to be like the precursor to whatever's happening there as well, which means I could do like an exploration video as well like that. I could do something like that. We'll see how that works out in terms of like just like, you know, exploring Nalan. But the thing is, like, I kind of think an exploration video, like in terms, not Nalan, I mean, sorry, Nod Karai. The reason why I think that like an exploration event would be better when we unlock maybe more of the areas in Nod Karai is that I feel like right now I would explore these areas. It would take like a short amount of time. I wouldn't be able to answer a lot of questions, or there was questions I wanted to ask as well. Like there's only a few waypoints, so maybe we'll wait until like there's like a lot more stuff there as well. It might be good in that way too. But guys, yeah, so what I say about this event is that it was really fun seeing Nilou. The dance mini game was really fun. I enjoyed myself quite a bit, like the actual like rhythm. To me, like it's more of a, like I would say like it is a rhythm game technically. It is 100% a rhythm game because you have to get your timing and your rhythm right. And I think it's actually like even more like a literal rhythm game. But I see like also as a Simon Says game. It's like, oh, do this, do that, then try and do this and do that, try and do that. I feel like that's it's what it's about, right? Yeah, I just love seeing characters interact, and I love the way the world just keeps turning when we are not around, you know? And like, obviously I'm not saying literally the game is a real game, you know, even where like when I fall asleep, like all the characters just keep going. But I do think that the world feels so alive in the way that like, when we weren't around, they organized this event, you know what I mean? And it felt like there was like a lot of stuff going on when we weren't even looking. When the Paralogium event was happening, they all were like planning some stuff to try and stop like what was happening there, and they had this full plan. They had lived their lives, all this stuff. And I do appreciate that stuff with Genshin. And here's like, not every RPG does that. They don't. Like some RPGs do that, where like they make the world feel alive and they make the world feel like it's turning even if you weren't there. But then I've also played RPGs in the past that made it feel like, you know, when my character showed up, all of a sudden the world just like spawned in. You know what I mean? Which is, you know, you don't want it to like feel that way as well. This world always feels so alive. And when RPGs do this type of stuff, and it's not just Genshin does this stuff, it always feels really great to make it feel like people are actually living their lives, and people are real people, and people have real relationships, and they develop new relationships, and they have tasks outside of like the main story and all this stuff. Genshin isn't just the main story, it's everything in this world, and it's so good to see that. Yeah, in terms of this event, it was fun. I love the rhythm games. It was very simplistic in terms of like just you know, how they organized it. And with rhythm games is something that, like, you know, for years, ever since I played Guitar Hero, that I've always been very passionate about. I love the preoccupation of your brain of having to, like, you know, the occupation of your brain where you have to, like, lock in with your brain and, like, press the right buttons at the right time. I'm not saying I'm fantastic at it, but, like, I love it. I love the idea of, like, having to press the buttons in time. I love the idea of having to, like, get the right rhythm with the music sometimes. And again, it comes from my love for Guitar Hero, then playing other games as well, like the Persona rhythm games and little rhythm mini games within games. I say like Night in the Woods, which I wasn't great at because I don't know the Nintendo buttons as well as I know the PlayStation buttons. Or even like recently with Deltarune, like I love playing those games, and it's something I'm so passionate about, and something that like I wish like I think I want to play more rhythm games on the channel. But again, the thing is, like, I will say this too, like, whilst I love playing rhythm games, I think that like the really harder rhythm games, I tried to play one on the PS1 recently, or the PS2 recently. I tried to play it, and like those are the ones, you know, the games that are like dedicated like rhythm games with like stories. Like I sucked at it. Like, and it wasn't that, like, you know, I'm sure I could learn it over time, but like it was such like a shock to the system to be like, oh yeah, there's like rhythm games that, you know, Calvin is super passionate about. And there's like people who are like serious about rhythm games. You know, there's people who are like locked into rhythm games. But it's still really fun. Super cool seeing all these characters together. Next week we're going to be doing whatever the new quests and stuff that's going to be coming out as well. I imagine it's going to be either an event or the next Archon quest. Not sure, but I'm excited to see what it's going to be. With that, guys, I'll say thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for supporting me as always. And I will say thank you so much to my patrons at the highest tier, who are absolutely fantastic, as always. Hu Tao's looking at something over here. Hu Tao's like, what are you staring at? She's like, what is wrong with you? Thank you to Typer2, JD Bull, Janet the Banana, The Ghost of Inazuma, Felicious Felix, Yuled, Radish and Nusta, Lynx Markey, Assassin, True Peanut Butter, Peter Shelson, Leon, Heike Sprayan, Jeremy at the highest tier of my YouTube, Roy Grimace 7, Blasco, and Lucinagi. I'll see you all so soon. Bye-bye.